Hello students, welcome back to class 8 English Literature. So today we are going to have a very realistic poem written by Stephen Crane, which is titled as A Newspaper is a Collection of Half Injustice. So before explaining the poem, let us know the poet. Stephen Crane was an American poet, novelist, and short story writer. Prolific throughout his short life, he wrote notable works in the realist tradition as well as early examples of American naturalism and impressionism. He is recognized by modern critics as one of the most innovative writers of his generation. Let us have a short introduction of the poem. The poem demonstrates many different purposes of the press. Newspapers are used to spread stories that are not always factual and usually consist of violence or other negative topics. The newspaper also gives out guilt or innocence based on the writer's opinion and rarely on actual evidence. It is also a form of business where writers sell their wisdom to people who do not know any better. Finally, the newspaper is a game because it is not taken seriously and stories are used to entertain rather than inform. Summary of the poem. A newspaper is a collection of half injustice. Describes how a journalist takes stories of social injustice and current events and brings them into households where people are naturally inclined to be comforted by the internal events in their own lives, but soon become learned on the wrongdoings of their political system and are therefore included in current events that those people would otherwise know nothing about. This poem deals with two types of journalistic styles, popular during the late 1800s, muckraking journalism and yellow journalism. The former is a style used by honest men who are uninhibited in their explanation of injustice and the popularization of the spread of social errors, resulting in the victory of the journalist's intention to record the truth. The latter is also described in this poem. Is the concentration of stupidities that people use as a distractionary tool more than an informative tool, in which the errors recorded in the journalistic publications could result in the death of knowledge and the true meaning of journalism. The poem reminds us of tabloid journalism of today when he alluded to yellow journalism, mostly because today the media is often used as a grounds for corrupt governments to make the public believe things are happening in their world that are more important than issues that they could possibly change. For example, celebrities in the limelight as opposed to global warming. The original intention of journalism is evident in this piece of writing, as it is not only happening in present scenario, but there will always be corruption slithering in places where the intention is good, but the outcome is something different. Let's proceed to the explanation of the poem. Stanza 1. A newspaper is a collection of half injustice. The poet had a negative view of newspaper and the press. In this stanza, the poet wants to say that the press may include their opinion in the story, which may cause them to leave out some facts, only giving the people half of the story or a partial truth, which ball by boys from mile to mile spreads its curious opinion. In this poem, he also speaks about how the press turns seemingly meaningless news into newsworthy articles. To a million merciful and sneering men, he seems to look towards the press with disdain because he sees the press as having been corrupted by society. A million merciful and sneering men. He says that in today's press, throughout the tabloids, most stories are about gossips and violence. While families cuddle the joys of the fireside when spurred by tale of dire lone agony. The gossip articles half the time are not factual. He feels that people do not take tabloid newspapers seriously, either because of the stories they write. There does not seem to be many articles that cause people to think. They just read it and move on. Stanza 2. A newspaper is a court. Stephen Crane views the press as a court. He detects that the press provides biased information to the public. Since trials end up taking only one outcome and representing only one side, where everyone is kindly and unfairly tried. He claims that the newspaper spreads its curious opinion and does not mention anything about the factual evidence of stories in the media or what the press is choosing to leave out of the news. This affects his opinion concerning the press because as a result of this, the press becomes a place for biased and unfair opinions. He says a newspaper is a court where everyone is kindly and unfairly tried by a scholar of honest man. Really captures his opinion about the press. Depending on who you are and what you do, the press may spin a story in a positive or negative light. Stanza 3. A newspaper is a market where wisdom sells its freedom and melons are crowned by the crowd. Stephen Crane views the press as a marketplace where whichever ideas sell best to the public seem to become the most important ideas. This affects his opinion concerning the press because as a result of this, the press becomes a place for biased and unfair opinions. When Crane writes that wisdom sells its freedom, he is implying that the press will compromise truth and important information for stories that will sell. This is very true of today's press. In our tabloid culture, where entertainment makes up a huge portion of the news, Crane saw the press for what they were and not as professionals who cared about quality, accurate news stories. Even today, the most bizarre stories are what grabs the public's attention. The more outlandish, the better. His description of the press still holds true today. And melons are crowned by the crowd. People are more interested in sex, celebrities, and gossips than political and environmental news. The press, however, feeds the society more and more of this type of information. Stanza 4. A newspaper is a game where his error scores the player victory, while another's skill wins death. The poet says that a newspaper is a game where his error scores the player victory, while another's skill wins death. Today, tabloids gain attention and subscriptions because of their far-fetched cover stories and false claim. The public wants to read about bizarre stories, extreme violence, or brutal crimes, so that's what newspaper will print. His use of paradoxes, such as where his error scores the player victory, suggests that by indulging society only in what they want to know, that newspapers are acting in ways they should not be. Crane holds that newspapers were not intended to filter information. Stanza 5. A newspaper is a symbol. It is feckless life's chronicle, a collection of loud tales concentrating eternal stupidities that in remote ages lived unhalted, roaming through a fenceless world. The poet had a negative view of newspapers and the press. We see this when he calls the newspaper Feckless Life's Chronicle. He's saying that the articles are incompetent and pointless because they focus on the stupidities of life. We can feel that idea is especially relevant today, where the press focuses on celebrity happenings and other gossips, which overwhelmingly infiltrates daily newspaper, sometimes even making it to the front page. According to the poet, it's the idea of an unrestrained press, a press that will do anything to sell a paper, that allows for this to happen. Also, the last line about roaming through a fenceless world. He thinks that it is very similar to the society we live in, where people feel they have no boundaries and in some cases exploit certain rights like freedom of the press and print whatever they please, even if it is a blatant lie. So students, hopefully you understood the explanation and enjoyed the session. Thank you for watching.